It was a really rough time, but my wife and my faith got me through it.
He was diagnosed with HPV-positive squamous cell carcinoma. It is a cancer that is caused by a virus. It typically presents with a neck mass. There's significantly more cases of oropharyngeal or head and neck HPV squamous cell carcinoma than there are of cervical cancer. Most people don't know that. Everybody's heard of cervical cancer. Very few people have heard of HPV-related oropharyngeal head and neck cancer. There is a vaccine for it now, Gardasil, and we encourage that, but they project that for the next several decades at least, the incidence of this cancer is going to continue to increase because there's not enough people vaccinated.
To find out I had HPV to begin with and that I got cancer from it was pretty shocking. But once I met Dr. Haugen, I realized this guy knows what he's doing.
I probably see a case or so every week at least. It's one of our more common cancers. For all of our new tonsil cancer cases or oropharyngeal cancer cases, there's really two treatment options. They can either get chemotherapy and radiation, or they can get surgery with a low dose of radiation afterwards. But with the amount of disease that he had, surgery just wasn't going to be his best option. So we elected for chemoradiation.
He gave me his cell number to contact him whenever I had a question or concern during my treatment, and he would get back to me right away. As hard as my radiation was to endure, it did its job. And that's all that matters in the end. But the process was really tough. I couldn't talk. I couldn't even have a conversation with my wife. I couldn't swallow or eat, so I had to have a feeding tube installed into my stomach. My wife was amazing. I don't really think I could have made it, honestly, without her, because I've had such a successful experience with my cancer treatments, especially because of Dr. Haugen orchestrating this beautiful treatment that I went through and surviving that so well. I'm back to life. You know, I'm doing the things I've always done. Riding motorcycles, rock climbing, hanging out with Claire, my wife, going and doing fun things together.
He had something that would have killed him, but his big goal was to go through this difficult cancer treatment and afterwards to be stronger than he ever was before, which I thought was a great approach to it.
I came up with this plan to celebrate being cancer-free. On my 64th birthday, September of 2024, I would do 64 pull-ups in 6 minutes and 4 seconds. I trained all summer, and I was texting with Dr. Haugen my progress, and he was texting me his progress. And then I thought, you know what? I need to have him come to this.
Just celebrating the fact that he beat his cancer, and by doing the pull-ups with him, I appreciated how much he had achieved. We as a team were able to help him get through his treatment and able to support him. And not only were we able to save his life, but we were able to help him come out stronger and better.
I can be that person now that maybe somebody will see and think, okay, I can get through this. Now's my chance to maybe give somebody else hope.